The winter forests of the Ardennes became a harsh trial for German military equipment. During the battles for Bastogne, vehicles were forced to operate on narrow roads deep inside dense woodland under constant pressure from American artillery and air power. Limited visibility and difficult terrain made every maneuver risky, while technical reliability and the tactical skill of the crews became decisive factors. The backbone of German armored forces in this sector consisted of Panzer IV tanks in the H and J variants. Equipped with a long-barreled 75mm gun, they remained the main workhorse of German armored units. In forest fighting, these tanks were used cautiously, avoiding flanking attacks and trying to keep the enemy at medium distances. In War Thunder, the Panzer IV rewards careful positional gameplay but punishes mistakes harshly in close combat. A significant reinforcement came in the form of the Panther G. Its gun allowed it to confidently engage American tanks even through forest clearings, while the frontal armor could withstand most incoming fire. At the same time, in the confined conditions of the Ardennes, Panthers often suffered from flanking attacks and ambushes. In War Thunder, this is clearly reflected. The Panther is extremely strong at range, but requires constant awareness of the surrounding space. Tiger I tanks also took part in the fighting around Bastogne, though in limited numbers. These heavy tanks were used as breakthrough vehicles or to hold key directions. Their 88mm gun allowed them to destroy enemy vehicles from long distances, but their weight and size made movement along snow-covered forest roads difficult. In War Thunder, the Tiger I remains powerful in frontal engagements, but demands cautious advances and support from Allied units. An important role in infantry support was played by the assault howitzer Sturmhaubitze 42, a combat vehicle based on the Panzer III chassis and armed with a 105mm howitzer. These vehicles were used to destroy fortifications, buildings, and infantry positions in the settlements around Bastogne. Their powerful high-explosive fire compensated for the limited range of direct fire, while the low silhouette allowed effective use from cover and ambush positions. Alongside them operated the more common Sturmgeschütz 3 assault guns armed with a 75mm gun. Although less powerful, they were more mobile and versatile, often used for rapid infantry support where mobility and accurate fire were critical. In War Thunder, the Sturmhaubitze 43 is well suited for slow, methodical gameplay from prepared positions, while the Sturmgeschütz 3 is more flexible, allowing faster reactions to battlefield changes and effective engagement of various targets. To counter Allied armor, Panzer IV tank destroyers were actively employed. Their low-profile, sloped armor and 75mm gun made them deadly opponents in ambushes. In forest conditions, the Panzer IV could remain concealed for long periods and deliver sudden strikes. In War Thunder, this vehicle fully reveals its potential in defensive, positional gameplay along narrow approaches. An even greater threat to American tanks came from the Panther. The combination of a powerful 88mm gun and well-sloped armor made it one of the most dangerous German vehicles in these battles. However, high cost and production complexity meant that only small numbers were available, and their use was limited. In War Thunder, the Panther R feels extremely strong but demanding, requiring careful position selection. On the flanks and in reconnaissance roles, the SDKFZ 234 Puma armored car was used. Only a small number of these vehicles participated in the fighting around Bastogne, and their employment was restricted by the difficult terrain. Nevertheless, high speed and a capable gun allowed them to perform reconnaissance missions and rapid flanking maneuvers. In War Thunder, the Puma remains a risky but effective tool for aggressive active play. In the skies above the Ardennes, German Bf 109 G series fighters carried out escort and interception missions. Their tactics relied on vertical maneuvers and fast attacks, maintaining an energy advantage whenever possible. In War Thunder, these aircraft require a disciplined combat style and careful speed management. Another key element of German air power was the FW-190A series. Less maneuverable but better armed, these fighters were used for high-speed strikes and ground support. In the game, the FW-190 retains this character. It excels in fast attack runs but does not forgive prolonged turning engagements. All this equipment defined the capabilities of German forces in the Battle of Bastogne. It was powerful, yet constrained by limited numbers, difficult terrain, and harsh winter conditions. In War Thunder, these vehicles preserve their historical traits. Success depends not only on technical characteristics, but also on the ability to use terrain, distance, and tactics, just as it did in the snow-covered forests of the Ardennes.